Said it's your boy, P Original, Mr. Influential. Hot topic conversation, stimulate your mental. Two cool brothers, same father, same mother. If you're looking for a show like this, you'll never find another. Why? Cause it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, so it's the Porch Podcast. Yup, so it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, so it's the Porch Podcast. Let's go.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, Man.
The original, baby. Welcome back, y'all. You know, as we say each and every week, you know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. New week.
New episode.
Absolutely. Episode number 244.
244.
To be exact, man. As we've been saying, man, for those who are joining us for the first time, welcome to the Porch Podcast. It will be your favorite podcast.
It will be.
And for those who have been rocking out with us the entire time, welcome back. We appreciate y'all as always tuning in.
Welcome back.
You know what I mean? So, without further ado, man, first and foremost, brother, how has your week been?
Great. Busy.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Very busy.
Yeah.
You know, I had to just regular hustle and bustle of the work that I do. Everybody know what I do. DJing wise, I was doing a 25th anniversary of brother Andre for working at Owls, so I'm gonna clap it up for that.
Brother Andre from where, bro?
He worked for Owls.
I don't know.
Owls. It's a nonprofit that's been doing work in the city for a long time.
Okay,
Owls.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. Well, still, shout out to the brother, man.
Yeah, and it was at the Trenton Thunder Stadium. So
I saw the post.
That's what I was there.
That's
for.
what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Saturday I was off from DJing with a lot of work at the house, just rearranging stuff.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes,
sir.
Sir.
Getting things together. So.
As Pop would say, taking care of business at the Ponderosa.
At the Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's about it. And Sunday went to the comedy show, and now we're here.
Okay. Well, that don't sound too bad for me, man. You know, I wound up having to go make that run to Boston. Go pick up my daughter.
Right.
Me and E was talking off air because we never off lines.
Never.
E is not a big. I know this is about how my weekend was and week period. My brother will tell you if it's farther than DC, I'm cool. I catch a flight.
Yeah,
or I jump on the train, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not long distance travel in the car type person. We can really find out because after this episode drops, we're gonna be, the next one will be coming back from our family reunion where we're gonna have a road trip. So look out for that content because we're quite sure it'll be coming your way.
Right. Right.
But I had to go pick up my daughter. Shout out to the Boston Ballet SDP Summer Dance Program. Went to go pick her up from there. Turned right around. Jumped right back in the ride and came back. Maybe 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? Both ways, give or take. So, that's 12 hours on the road, even though it ain't all 12 straight like that. It was just a long day. Mm-hmm. But it was well worth it. You know what I mean? I mean, you kind of talked about it too. You asked, really, what does that do for her? It just gave her an opportunity to be able to, go to a program that if it is something that she wants to do, professionally, she knows what it's like to be in that environment outside of the one where she grew up as a kid, kind of.
It's the appetizer.
So it's appetizer. It's a great term for it. And then on top of that, like I said, she was gone for 4 weeks. You know what I mean? So she had to move independently, catching the train and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. A little subway system that's in Boston or whatever between the places. So it gave her a little bit of independence, 15, she's young, so she's getting that early. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, had to go and pick her up. That was dope. And came back, shout out to my little 2-year-old nephew, Trey, you know what I mean? Did a birthday party for him. Mm-hmm. And that was super dope and awesome. And now here we are, man. One thing I can tell you is I don't care how much you may be psyched up in the mind. Your body will tell you.
It's time to chill.
You pushed the limit.
Yeah.
You pushed it. Mm-hmm. Okay? I got home Saturday after that road trip stuff I was telling you about 5 minutes to 11. My body said, you can act like you're not going to get in the bed. Mm-hmm. And you can either get in the bed that's upstairs or I'll put you in the bed in the hospital.
Right.
But I promise you, this is the last time you're going to have a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
So I went on upstairs and got in the bed, took it on down. And then the next day, yesterday, was a full day as well. But no complaints, man. Thank God for the opportunity, man. You know, the energy, the means, the support.
Yeah.
So that was dope. Went and did that, and here we are today.
Here we are today.
And I want to get into some conversations, man. First and foremost, let's toast, brother, like we always do. You know what I mean? Because I appreciate your time. I know you got a busy schedule, like so do I, and taking time to put this thing together.
Lemonade.
That cool, refreshing drink.
That cool, refreshing drink.
So, a lot of stuff has taken place, obviously, in the sports world.
Right.
You know, a decision was made.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There was a decision that was made.
Yeah.
And, you know, a couple episodes back, me and you had a conversation.
Another time we touched on it too, pause. And we didn't show it on another episode after that.
All you got to do is just let me know which one you think it is.
Yeah.
And I'll go investigate.
Right.
And then I'll locate, and then we'll put it back out there.
Right.
And I'm interested to know what that is too, but I can't wait. You'll point it out. I know you'll tell me.
Right.
Anyway, long story short, that situation, the decision was made. Call it decision part 2. You know, some people would like to say now that the decision has been made that he was dropping breadcrumbs, like when he had that one interview. Just trust the process. You know, everything has a connecting point at this point.
Yeah.
Right? Because
and that wasn't a real. I don't think that picture was real. My man selling that house to him.
It wasn't.
Nah.
And I'm gonna tell you, the comments quickly cleared it up because
the Under
Armour stuff, and it was like when you first seen it. First off, the other thing I said was this, and I'm not taking. I don't know how tall my man is, the guy who was a real estate agent or not, but I know Brian. What 6'9"?
6'8", 6'9".
6'8", 6'9". Yeah. Buddy in that picture, bro, wasn't that much shorter than him. Yeah. So we looking at what 6'5", 6'6". I don't know the guy personally, but I don't think LeBron. First off, I think there's enough of his personal life that he keeps personal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even see, if that was really him, I don't even see him like saying, like, bro, don't put this picture on that. Like,
yeah.
You want to mess up this commission? This is going to be a great commission.
Yeah.
You know I wouldn't. So I don't believe it. I don't believe that. But the Under Armour thing was funny when people start pointing it out or whatever. Whatever. Yeah. People hype, excited about the situation or whatever. You know, were you surprised by his decision?
Nah. I think in another episode that I said that it was looking. I don't know if I said Cleveland or Philly again. Got down to that, but nah. I mean, Philly always remained one of the teams. Philly.
I can definitely agree
Cleveland,
with that. They stayed in the hunt.
Philly, Cleveland would remain the last two that you heard most. Miami was fading. Golden State would stick up a little bit, then fade and come back a little bit. And then very faint was Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. Miami, me and you talked about it.
Yeah.
If this was next year, they could have made a better attempt.
I still feel like they didn't have enough shooting.
I don't think that was why. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like, I know some people will look up and say, yeah, well, a salary cap situation or whatever, because I don't know if you've seen it today. You know, we still had to make a bunch of moves to still afford him because underneath the curtain, so to speak, the salary cap situation is dealing with in the NBA. So they had to move some guys around. You know, they had to release some people from the team. There's some particulars, but they got it done. So it's official. And it's funny because one of the things that came up was, and they call it the LeBron James effect, which is his impact on other players that are cool with playing on a team with him. Mm-hmm. Like, he has that Tom Brady, him, certain people like that have that effect on people where, they going there, it ain't just the fans. It's like bigger than fandom. Mm-hmm. You're a special type of player when you can influence other players to want to be a part of a situation like, bro, like, not to be funny, but like we signed KCP, right? Or we're going to sign KCP. We had to get, the salary to a certain place. Mm-hmm. Brian signed for the league veteran minimum, 2 year, $8 million. So when you hear the money, one would say, well, his decision obviously was based, beyond that, right? Clearly couldn't have just been a money thing because, not to be funny, but $8 million, right? It ain't so much about what he's playing for, you think about it from the, because I heard this. I don't know if you heard this too, and I had to put this in the mix before I forget it. What's his agent's name? Rich Paul. I don't know if you heard the statement that he made that if the Knicks did not win the championship, there was a chance that he would have probably went to the Knicks. Mm-hmm. You did hear that. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? What do you think? You think that's, well, I mean, the source is the source, and it sounds pretty credible. But hearing that, my question to you is what do you think his reason would have been if they didn't win the championship to go to the Knicks?
To contribute, to get him to the next level.
So I see that too, and then it speaks volumes to his decision to me.
See, every decision he's made,
right,
for every team that LeBron has made for, and he's spoken on it in different reasons, has always been very calculated. Mm-hmm. Okay, you go through his whole career. He was initially drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Sure.
Dream come true.
Absolutely.
Northeast Ohio kid.
Come on.
Cleveland, boom.
Yeah.
I'm home.
Yeah.
I'm young.
Yeah.
I could make some changes right here, still be around my friends, still be around people. I got to put my work in, but I'm still close to everybody.
That's right.
Did that, then decided to want to play for Miami. Mm-hmm. When he played for Miami, when he picked, went with D. Wade, he said his reason for wanting to play with D. Wade is because he already won the championship. He was a person that came in same time as him, already won the championship. Remember, Wade won before all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in that draft that year, the top people was LeBron, mm-hmm. Melo, mm-hmm. Wade.
That's right.
Bosh.
Come on.
Wade had already won. It's just like now when you look up in the NFL and you got Sam Darnold. Mm-hmm. He's won. Baker hasn't won. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen hasn't won.
Yeah.
But Sam Darnold, nobody ever thought he would be the first guy in that class to win that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Because I thought Baker. I don't know. I didn't think Sam first.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't want to do the order.
And I'm not saying that nobody didn't think D Wade before, but what LeBron is saying is he did what I couldn't do.
Yeah.
He already did it.
I mean, if you go back in time, if you asked me which one of them I thought would got one first, it wouldn't have been Wade.
Right.
Not because I don't think he's dope, but I don't know the rest of the team. LeBron, to me, came in, with a different expectation, too.
Right.
Out of all fairness.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, those other careers, like Melo never got one.
Nah, never.
So, even with that, if you put an order, he's probably still behind Melo. I'm talking about Wade.
Yeah.
In the pecking order of who you thought would win one.
Right.
In my opinion.
You knew he was nice, but you would think
super dope.
Melo and LeBron would be the first two in your mind.
Yeah.
The number 1 and number 3 pick.
And some would say, and it took for LeBron to pair up with Wade to get one.
It did.
One would also say, all right, so then did it matter? Like, say, for instance, if Melo went there, do they still, I mean, it's hypothetical. We'll never answer that question.
Right.
It's impossible to. But one could say, all right, well, what if Melo went over there with Wade? But I don't think they're the same player. I don't know if all those things turn out the same way.
It could be a lot of ifs and buts about it. But what I mean by everything is calculated. That was his reason there. Then after he won 2 and realized how it feel, how it looks and how it thinks, he looked over in Cleveland, seen Kyrie, and said, with him, because I never had this solid of help.
That's right.
With him, I can go and win another one.
Yeah.
And break that curse for Cleveland.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. And when he said that, he even said in his podcast that he was enjoying, as he would watch Kyrie, he was enjoying how he just kept getting better and better and better, but he would get mad that he wasn't on his team no more.
Yeah.
He said that himself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because it's just even Kyrie has said it. Man, if I would have stayed.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah.
Right?
It ain't no question. Nah. I mean, what me and this guy would do.
But bro, he has that effect.
Right.
The point that we're making is there's not a long list of people.
Right.
That no matter where they go, does not draw intrigue from other players. Like I said, fans are one thing.
Right.
But other professional athletes, they'd be like, yo, I want to play with this guy.
So then
pause.
So then yeah. Nah, you was good on that one.
No.
You know, you caught it.
Yeah.
Caught it. Pause.
Yeah. What did I catch?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's scary too. I caught it.
Right.
So it's like, now I'm
You
really
ain't
not
catch
comfortable
nothing.
now. Thank you.
Yeah, you ain't catch that, right?
Can we move on?
Listen.
Because it's like, where we at?
Shit. What I was saying is, when he went to L.A.,
Yes, sir.
it's L.A.
Right.
It's the legacy of L.A.
Yeah.
He spoke on that.
Yeah.
He went there because of Magic, and then Magic dipped.
Mm-hmm.
But he went there because of Magic, L.A., Hollywood, California kid, everything. Bro, that's
Absolutely.
what helps him. You know, he got his movie studio, he got everything. All that made sense.
I'm just saying a thought about it. You heard what Shula said, right?
Nah, I hear what he said.
Shula King said, you know how you talk. Ladies and gentlemen, he wound up, LeBron James signed with his Philadelphia 76ers. And I think I'm thoroughly convinced at this point, the reason why he signed with the 76ers is because he plans to play till he's 76 years old. Mm-hmm. So, bruh, I was done when he said it. They start showing the workouts and all that stuff in the other videos. The humorous part of it, like you said, he went to L.A., Magic dips, you know, that situation. The respect that comes with it, right?
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, not to cut you for
Go
what you're saying.
ahead.
What I'm saying is, even all the way up to Philly, it was a calculated thing. What I'm looking at is the talent, number one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The talent, number one.
Right.
And number two, it's always rumored that agency he's part owner of that agency of Rich Paul. It's always what it's called Clutch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. LeBron's a part agent, part owner of the agency, right? If he is, it's done legitimately. We know he knows how to do it. If that is,
I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
He knows the legal routes to take. Yeah.
So what I think they're doing now is focusing on the future of that agency, right? And by doing that, is trying to help one of their rising stars become a champion. Which
makes sense. I like it.
Which is Maxey.
Yeah, no, I like it. No, but I like it.
So it all,
but
it's still that calculated response.
No, very, very calculated. No,
that's all I'm saying.
No, I'm right there with you. No,
because if I'm the owner, if I know this is my final team, I know you've seen this and keep saying my final team, right? Mm-hmm. And this is my final team.
Yeah,
2 years, 25-year career. He leaves. His way around the game is still turning around to be maybe an agent.
Yeah. Well, he's setting up. I agree with you 1,000%. You pointed out, man. I didn't think about it from that perspective. Him having,
I think he's the youngest star on there on Clutch.
Probably. I don't know. I would have to definitely,
because the three that's on there that are big stars that I know of is him. Was of course is LeBron, Draymond, and AD.
Yeah.
Maxey will probably be that next star, but he's much younger.
Yeah,
and in a better shape than all of them.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
the long term
game
effects after basketball. Yes, you know what I mean. I think that he also has, once again, man, he has this certain, magic about him, for lack of terms, that people not only want to be teammates with him, but they also want to know, because they know that he's positioned himself really well in business. So you want to be close enough to that. You know what I mean? Where you may not be able to do everything that he does, but you want to get just some of the essence of who that person is, even from a business perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you made a very good point in terms of like whatever his role is over there, in Clutch right now. That's dope. I mean,
let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you see LeBron as the Jay-Z of basketball?
Yeah. Yeah. They both have the ability to influence.
That's the thing we said. I'm talking about.
Yeah. So, when you asked it, I didn't know you was gonna ask that question. Like just looking at them beyond what their call to claim to fame is.
Right.
Yes.
He literally just made a statement that, he knew Jay since he was 16. Yeah. He would just be in a room and he would just watch and he would do certain things. And
are they family? I heard they was cousins or something.
Nah, I don't think they call. Okay. They cousins enough. But he knew him since he was 16.
Now we do.
Yeah. And but he's very affiliated with it, always hung out with him and did certain things. But they always just had a friendship, because LeBron with Clutch ain't nothing but Jay with Rock Nation. It's the same type of Same type of thing.
I agree.
And then even Rock Nation had sports.
Yeah.
They would have loved to have LeBron, but he always looked at LeBron as a rock boy.
Well, the dope part about that is his Jay-Z's obviously introduction into things. When you hear about his history of who he was as a person, you know, you hear about it from a different place. You know what I'm saying? You hear about it from a place of, you know, leaving the street life, making it in the entertainment space with music, but always having that talent and ability.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to my knowledge, you know, like that's a God-given ability that Jay-Z had, just like LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, you know, their paths were a little bit different, but they're, like you said, long game.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to desire for anybody who wants to have, you know, legacy wealth and longevity and anything.
And then when you turn around on every single team that LeBron, part of his, when you watch him in his career, other than when he went to Miami.
Right.
When he went to Miami, he went with his peers.
Right.
When he went to Cleveland, he went to be a help to Kyrie, and Kyrie be a help to him.
Right.
So I don't know if the little brother, big brother, I'm just using for poor lack of terms, became completely that way with them.
Right.
But it wasn't as bad as people try to make it out to be with them either.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And then when he went to LA, you know, AD, he sold pictures of AD at his, you know, at his basketball camp, and Jason Tatum and people like that at his basketball camp, shit like that. And then from there, and he comes down to Philly. He's going to do that with Maxey.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen, like I said, I think that it's safe to say LeBron ain't had a money problem in a long time.
In a long time.
Okay.
He's in love with business.
I would say I definitely, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, his moves look like they're bigger than just the average athlete.
After basketball.
During basketball, after and everything.
No. What I'm saying is love-wise. Basketball first.
Oh, okay, in order.
Basketball's in order, yeah.
Yeah, in order.
Like, I think Jay was a rapper first. Like, and then his mind. He was always a businessman, but he still loved to rap. Like,
yeah, I do agree.
Yeah.
And I do think that there is a order for LeBron. I think basketball is first. Mm-hmm. But I also think, like you said, too, he had a lot of people that also influenced him.
Right.
And he never shied away from you knowing who those people were.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, showing up to different things. You know, now people will turn around and say, you know, him probably idolizing to some degree a Jay-Z kept his mind forward thinking beyond that sport. Like, he knows what his gift is. Mm-hmm. How do I take the gift and then I, you know, make it plentiful for other people as well?
Right.
Right. So I ain't gonna lie, you know, part of it drives you a little bit crazy, or whether people invest enough in it. I know at one point for me, I was like, I'm just ready for him to decide wherever he's gonna go at this point.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like everywhere you looked, it was like, he's gonna make a decision.
I was ready for that too.
And, you know, when it happened, and it just happened to be the Sixers, I was ecstatic about the situation because I listened on the radio. It's going to impact the economy, right?
Yeah.
Not just the team, but like this one guy said, I can't think his analyst. I mean this guy that's on. I think it's either 97.5 or 94.1, but he was saying that it's something that is going to impact literally the economic element of the things that are taking place in Philadelphia.
First thing my wife said.
Makes sense, right? And when you sit there and you think about the things like that, I can't think of a long list of players, athletes, entertainers that come to any particular place that they want to pick. And it didn't matter where he could have went to the Dallas Mavericks. And I promise you, the impact as far as from an economical perspective was going to be plentiful for those people there.
I think people like him, Tom Brady, of course, when he came to Tampa, it was the same way.
Okay.
They definitely, because, you know, that's my team, so I really pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And the groups and everything I'm in, you know. And then the last person that really stands out was David Beckham.
Right. Now, I can say this about Tom and LeBron. This is my difference in that. Mm-hmm. People legitimately love LeBron. Mm-hmm. You can tell. Mm-hmm. I think people respected Tom's ability.
Yeah.
I don't know if they loved Tom Brady. I don't know, everybody, clearly.
No, yeah.
But I think that when you get a person who has his skill set and the ability, you feel more confident about your organization, the sports team, now having a piece that is going to draw people there and is super competent with his skill set. I don't think they have the same love thing.
Nah, they don't. They definitely don't. What it was is, just to sum up what you're saying, sure. LeBron could have went anywhere and it's going to affect the economy.
I said that already.
Right.
Right.
Tom Brady, it affected Tampa's economy because where we always felt like we were away, we had kind of gave up on it. We got to the point where we kept saying, we're just a quarterback away. That was our saying as Bucks fans.
Right.
We got Chris Godwin, we got Mike Evans.
Sure.
We got all these running backs, we got everything. Like the defense is playing. Mm-hmm. We averaging 3-4 interceptions a game.
Right.
We a quarterback away. And then you get arguably who's the best quarterback ever?
Yeah.
They was going crazy down there with that.
Oh, yeah.
That area.
Oh, yeah.
But I do understand what you're saying.
Sure.
That anywhere LeBron goes.
Like with Tom Brady being out there with the Raiders, right? Having a part. Did you think things changed? Oh, Tom Brady's here.
Nah.
I don't think if LeBron retired today.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes.
Right. It's going to affect him.
It's going to be a little bit different. Because there is a love-hate with Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say
it's a love-hate too with LeBron, but not as much as it is with Tom Brady.
It is. I don't think it's much as
I don't think they're in the same. I think they hate. They really hate the fuck out of Tom.
Definitely, questionably, to some people, it's no question Tom Brady.
Yeah.
GOAT level.
Yeah.
In that situation. Now, speaking of GOAT level, the situation with LeBron, I don't know if you've seen the thing that Paul Pierce had made a statement about LeBron.
It does not affect his legacy.
So, the legacy, because he said, you can't, this was his opinion, so don't quote me on it, you taint it a little bit by becoming the fourth option in that GOAT level conversation. I don't agree with it. And I don't agree with it because I still think the measure of each person's individual career is what does that.
So first of all, they measure for you to go into the Basketball Hall of Fame is your entire basketball career.
Sure.
It goes from high school all the way up.
Sure.
So you're going to say that the person that is number one in scoring, played the most NBA seasons, because at 41, 42, he goes to the team and becomes a lower option. He's no longer considered a GOAT.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Paul Pierce also looks like he does.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I am not.
I don't know him that well, but
I don't agree with him.
I don't agree with him because when my issue with Paul Pierce always has, he's a confident person, always has different things. Great scorer, good basketball player, all of that, right? But his feelings for LeBron James are it's insane.
Sure, because you could turn around and opposite of him, if you've seen anything dealing with KG, he didn't think he would go to Philly, not because he don't think it would, he thought it would taint his conversation about being considered a GOAT.
Right.
He just didn't see it going there because of the fact that I think he was looking at more fit. Yeah. He just didn't see
I felt the same way. When they first mentioned it, I'm like, but then when it happened, I was happy for it because we live locally here. I don't hate the Sixers.
I was about to say, that's my team.
I don't hate the Sixers. I didn't have a basketball team. I will be cheering for the Sixers for the next 2 seasons. I'm saying it right here. Just like I cheered for the Lakers, basically the 8 years he was there. Yeah. Cheered for Cleveland the 4 years he was there the second time. The first time, I said it when he was in high school.
We had that conversation.
LeBron James is who I was following.
Once he retires, he'll just pick a new player. So
Nah, I probably just watch the game then. I just probably watch the game and just admire what I do. See, again, bro, LeBron James is the first player that I followed as a fan since he was in high school.
Right.
For example, when he came to Trenton, and I was just saying this yesterday to shout out to DK. DK, I was like, he came to Trenton twice. Mm-hmm. He didn't come once.
Right.
That junior year,
somebody said he came once. Who said that?
No, but people be forgetting about it.
Maybe they weren't at the second.
That junior year, no. The second one was when everybody went at. The second one when he was a senior.
Maybe they missed one of them.
The first one they probably missed because he was playing against Melo, and Melo beat him.
Right.
When it was his junior year, Melo's senior year.
Yeah.
But it was something special about the impact that he had then that I said, I'm going to follow this player.
Yeah.
Throughout. Yeah. Just like, bro, I remember. Mm-hmm. But you didn't necessarily do that. I remember you saying, Jason Kidd. Whatever you
coming out of Cal.
Whatever you come out of Cal. That's going to be my Cal.
That's
going to be my squad.
He's with Dallas.
He started off with Dallas first. Yeah. And Dallas had a crazy, but guess who had the jersey?
The Nets. Yeah. I got Magic jersey, bro. I got a lot of, phenomenal player jerseys and stuff like that. You know, how many people you don't see me wearing none of them.
I got Dr. J.
Yeah. But
I got LeBron Laker.
As far as the impact of those players, I agree with you. We watch LeBron. And then you really think about it, bro. Half of his life. No. Let me see. What was he when he came in the league? 18?
Give or take, yeah.
Okay. So the better part of his life, you know what I mean? Boom. He's been a professional paid athlete, right? But there was a part of it where we started off and seeing him as a young man who just had a God-given gift, skill, and ability. And he seemed like a likable guy. He didn't seem like an a-hole. He didn't seem like a person that you just was like, oh, my God.
My favorite player all the time.
Right. And when you start thinking about it, okay, he in his 40s now. We're in the 40s, like, so you realize that you grew up with, like, almost a peer. Like, he's younger, obviously, but so it's a little bit different. It's like your homie that you grew up with around the way. You're going to, I remember him when he was doing that. And once again, he stayed a good guy. Mm-hmm. He didn't become wealthy and become all of a sudden this, this negative person. So I say that it's a blessing to be able to see somebody who still has that impact at this point. I mean, breaking barriers and doing things like playing with your son on the same professional basketball team. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's in a rare air. We already talked about that. And still, like at this point, to add to what you said earlier, if it's to help, catapult the next rising or ascending stars to the next level.
He's already a billionaire, man.
Yeah, he's right. So pocket-wise,
he ain't hurting.
He's definitely not hurting.
He just enjoys what he's doing.
He's definitely not hurting. And I think that's the thing for me. Like, we talk about money in the benefit of having it all the time. And I think all of us have some things that, that money's a tool. We talk about it all the time. Like, but I do think a person like a LeBron has been, he separates himself from that. Mm-hmm. I think he sees it. Like when he made the statement one time before, I can win the scoring title every year if I wanted to. Mm-hmm. I mean, hello? You know what I mean? I think he understands that it takes more than just one person. Mm-hmm. It takes me, getting to this level and then figuring out, okay, how can I open up the door and help the next person with the situation? So I think it was super dope that he didn't let money be, to my knowledge, be the determining fact, clearly, the vet minimum, and that he has a bigger picture. But he has a bigger picture in his moves.
They say the reason why I didn't have a team is because I can honestly say this. Before he went to Cleveland, I cheered for the Sixers. Mm-hmm. I wanted AI to beat the Lakers in the finals because AI was the guy that I was watching. You get what I'm saying?
No question. No question.
But when he was no longer on Philly, I think that kind of was a thing that kind of bothered me too with basketball.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the first big stars that you let him go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying Philly wasn't known for they let Barkley go, but understand what I'm saying. Like AI, arguably, he's in the top 3 most loved Sixers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got AI, you got Moses Malone and Dr. J.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People like them, right?
Yeah.
So when that happened, it's like we're not used to that.
Yeah.
We not used to that.
And he was a trendsetter.
Right. That's what I mean. So what I mean by that, the whole trendsetter thing, and that you said, it's like, okay, when you go back and you look at those times, like people like Grant Hill. Mm-hmm. When Grant Hill ended up on other teams, it didn't shock you when he dealt with his injuries.
Yeah.
Kid, when he was no longer on data, he was kind of like, he kind of got to get out of Dallas if he think he gonna win something.
Yeah.
But AI took them to the finals. He's doing all this type of stuff and practice. We talking about practice.
Oh yeah.
He was basically could have been the face of the league, #1 pick, living up to all the hype.
That's right.
And Philly still was like. So then I started seeing it in different places. But then I realized when they quote unquote started calling these super teams and these big threes and everybody moving around, I'm like, okay, it's a players league. Because a certain player leaving the team, you know that could just change everything. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like
it does.
It just changes everything.
It either sets the franchise back or moves them forward.
Right.
We know that. We've seen franchises have to go through a reset, bro, after moving what they call a big ticket or the big piece of the puzzle.
Right.
Like, yeah. You know what I mean? We saw when Minnesota, when Marbury and KG weren't there no more.
But anybody who knows me, first of all, I don't hate any Philly team. Right? But anybody who knows me and knows how I love the game of basketball and who I've been watching LeBron James and following his career and cheering for the team. But I don't do it. I don't never come in all the time and be like, "You Lakers, let's go, baby." Like I was never like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But did I want the Lakers to win? Yeah, because I wanted them to win. I want them to be successful.
The way that the league is designed now, it's designed to make you be more of a player fan than a team fan.
Yeah. There you go.
I think what we did was we came out of the era where we were team fans first, and you know, we admired the skill set and the ability of other people. Like if you were a Bulls fan and you're a Mike fan,
right?
You know, you still looked at the Pistons. You still seen, you know, Isaiah. You still seen Dominique over there in Atlanta. You still seen these people.
Always still had love for the Sixers.
Right.
I never stopped.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Once again, I think because we came out of that introduction into the sports world.
Yeah.
We still do have these supports.
Learn watching basketball through the Sixers.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. You know, going to the games, being in these environments, all these things. You know what I mean? Greg from round the way.
Yep,
you know
played for the Sixers.
Come on. So, like, it's certain things that's what I'm saying, bro. I think for us, we look at it a little bit differently, and not to be funny, but whenever your introduction or your interest into the sport came, you might be a different type of fan. And like you said, you know what I mean? Hate for anybody? No. No, you don't have any hate for any particular team, but no.
So I got a question for you.
Sure.
If it's not other than Philly, and it don't have to be the teams that they named.
Yep.
What team you think you would have said, all right, I can see him playing there. It don't have to be the teams that they named.
Well, I'm going to tell you, be completely transparent. I didn't think it would be us, and I thought it would wind up being Cleveland. And I kind of almost prepared myself for that was going to be his decision and just moving forward with it.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Cleveland, especially when James Harden said he was going to free agency.
Yeah, I mean, me just thinking documentary. You know what I mean? Oh, he, starts there, ends there. You know, my mind went to a whole different place with it. But it just goes to show you. You know what I mean? I clearly don't know what's in the man's mind, but you may have connected a dot that I didn't even know was there.
Oh,
just preparing the next chapter of what he's getting ready to do in the sports world, period, and being in the position to be able to help an ascending star get to the next level.
But I do believe that New York thing because I think he likes the energy in New York. You know what I mean?
I don't know that part. I think the Knicks.
No, they had a team. They definitely have.
Yeah.
A LeBron James type team.
They do.
You got Mikal Bridges that can hit the shot. You see what I'm saying? That ain't you got what's his name? Shamet. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing but another like a Danny Green. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You had Mikal Bridges wasn't nothing but a Richard Jefferson. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know they can make these shots, and then you got that scrapper with OG. You had all that. Well, Mitch before Mitch was Steve, and then you had Cat and Brunson. Like that's
I can see it. I can see it. Like I said, he is in that rare space of people that could have went anywhere, and I think it could adapt to any of those environments. But I didn't necessarily see that.
Even calling him a third, fourth option. They're not gonna act like the office at times. They're gonna definitely run through that.
Hey man,
that's LeBron.
Source, man, source.
Yeah,
certain people, you know what I mean. You'll never sit next to Paul Pierce no more and be like, they call you the truth. You be lying.
Yeah,
like you ain't gonna never do that. You know what I mean. But in your mind, you saying to yourself, just say you don't like him, man, and move on.
Like
you know what I mean.
Because even cool. KG's be like certain things. Come on, man, that's Brown.
That's
like,
but that's what I'm saying. But no, he's doing what he always did. You he looking at him like, so I don't like him. Just say that.
Yeah.
Say that part.
Yeah, you talking about KG?
No.
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce. Like I said, they call him the truth. Yeah. You don't think now I'm switching gears, staying in the sports world, bro. You know what I mean? I know this moving right along. Mm-hmm. You know what? You heard anything about the Ryan Clark situation with ESPN?
I keep saying I need to watch the episode of The Pivot.
Good episode. Yep.
Did you watch it?
I listened to it all the way to Boston.
Oh yeah, because he was explaining on how.
So you know what? You saw him live on the air. You know what I mean? Him and Peter Schrager had a little bit of a. I ain't even gonna call it a back and forth. You know what I mean?
Talking about when he made his statement about
he basically was speaking from a place of you were the only one that was on that basically was a non-player.
Yeah.
And Peter Schrager was like, "Yo, man, don't do me like that. Don't disrespect me like that or play him out like that or whatever." Yeah. And Ryan Clark does admit, that when they went to a break,
yeah,
he told him that, what I mean, in so many words, don't effing disrespect me, dog. Like he kind of got like that.
Ryan Clark said that?
Yes, Ryan Clark said that. Yeah. But you didn't see that because obviously, he kept his composure during the show. But then that was it. It was just like done. And that's what happened. You know what I mean? Now he goes into which I won't, I'll spare you the.
No, you can tell me.
The pocket. So he just goes into great detail about how that had been something that was probably, pretty much on him for a while. Yeah. Remember, he had a whole exchange back with RG3 in the situation with over Angel Reese. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember that thing.
I remember that.
But when, basically he came to the aid of the sister, defending her. Yeah, especially. You know what I mean?
Black woman, number one, first young, and LSU Tiger.
Come on now.
Makes it even more.
So, that's little sis, that's sister, little sis, all these things roll into one. Mm-hmm. And he's known for being a person
that speaks up.
Stand on business and speak up in that situation. Right. You know what I mean? So
he will fight.
Sure. Ex-Steeler. Played with Debo and all of them. They got a whole different mentality anyway.
Remember when Gilly was on the episode? I gotta go to the bathroom, man. Gotta go to take this shit to the Shitsburg still.
It's crazy. Yeah, I do remember that. But no, so that's what happened in that situation. He explains that he felt like it was people at the higher level, the execs, who had came to the determination that they really kind of was ready for him to go. Because the question came up from Channing. He was like, something about Stephen A. Smith, and he was like, let me go ahead and kill the speculation on this. No, Stephen A. Smith couldn't have did anything to prevent or stop what happened. Mm-hmm. He doesn't make those type of decisions. And he wasn't saying it to, reduce him in his...
no, he was saying, y'all leave him alone.
Like in so many words, y'all ready to speculate that he could have spared what happened with me. Yeah. And to be honest with you, no. But bro, you know what I mean? Him, Cam Newton, Charles Davis, Bart Scott. That's just a few of the names. What do they have in common? They're all African American. Mm-hmm. And he went on to be clear, Ryan Clark, to state that, I wasn't laid off. I was fired. Mm-hmm. Everybody else they're using laid off as the terminology. They just gave Cam a new deal last year.
Yeah.
Nice deal. You know what I mean?
Cam was laid off.
Laid off. These names are underneath the situation. He wanted to be totally transparent, let it be known, I was fired. You know what I mean? I guess whoever his person is, as far as the person, his manager or whatever they want to call it, basically called him and was like, "Yo, I hate to say it, I hate to tell you." To me, I think that we're in a time right now where, and I want to ask you this, it's really nice, does it seem like it's an attack on black analysts?
That day it did.
It felt like that, right?
That day it did. But sometimes that's the way the media spilled things, because it was how many employees really did get laid off that day? It wasn't just them.
It wasn't just them.
It was a bunch of them.
And it wasn't just black people. I'm gonna go on the record as saying that too.
But of course.
But I'm highlighting that particular.
But of course they're going. Bro, anytime something happens to us,
right,
they're going to highlight it.
Right.
Because they know we're going to fall right into it.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that we're wrong for falling into it.
But we do.
We do
take the
Sometimes we're wrong, sometimes we're not.
Yeah.
And I can't say it's just about being black analysts, but is it hard on them? Yeah, it's hard on all of them. But of course, highlighting the black analysts is going to show that it looks harder on black people, and it very well could be. I can't make an assumption off of just what I see off of TV. I'm one of these people that got to be in the room to really see for myself.
Yeah.
To understand how that is.
And that's a good point.
That's just like when he just cleared up the fact that there was nothing Stephen A. Smith can do.
Yeah, he wanted to
make that.
He wanted to
so
make
before y'all
sure
attack
that was
him,
clear.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, which leads me to a basic question for you. Why does it seem like to you, right? This ain't a question, but this is me talking generally. But like, why do you think, or do you even feel this way? This is how I feel. That we as a culture or race of people kind of hold our celebrities, entertainers to a standard to represent us and fight against certain injustices. But it seems like other races don't ever like put that kind of stipulation or that kind of pressure on their people. Like, you know what I mean? I don't see that with Caucasians. I don't necessarily see that, you know what I mean, with Latin or Hispanic people. I don't really see it. I want to know why. Why do you think?
Because in the other races, they look at it, what's understood doesn't have to be spoken on. So even when they're protecting each other, they know how to do it in a way. It's about, we are the best finessers in the world, but we don't like to always finesse. We have to sometimes be loud to make it say, but you're not playing with me. And they don't announce that.
Right, never.
They stay finesse. That's all it is.
Never. But that to me is a little bit different, right? Because
but when you don't speak up loud, in our culture, they'll hold you. You're a coon, or if you don't look like you're agreeing completely with them, you're a coon. You're Uncle Tom. It's not that. Yeah. It's we announce or everything. Token. We do everything loud. We don't have to.
Yeah. But they don't even put the token thing. What I'm saying is even that, right? You know what a token is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where is that ever applied to any other race other than the African American?
Well, first of all, that's what people mess up at. Tokens always didn't apply to race. But that's the part that they highlight. See, when it just goes back in, if you flip it on the other side, if a person is being being discriminating against a person, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be race. That's for some people. That's the only way they see discrimination.
Right,
is race.
Right.
No, that will make that person, if it's about race, a racist.
Correct.
If it's about gender, a sexist. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you sit back, and that's still being forms of being discriminated against a person.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's still that.
Yeah.
So my point, what I'm making is, because we do everything loud and we gotta be heard, we come from a culture like, bitch, I told them, but what happened?
That's what I'm saying.
That we come from that culture.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's okay for Ryan Clark to say don't disrespect me. I'm not saying don't say that.
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
Yes.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
Yes.
The part that I'm speaking on right now is the part that we're only highlighting the black ones, black analysts that were laid off.
Sure.
He was fired.
Sure.
But that were laid off and everything. And it was other people. So they know that we'll make everything about race.
Absolutely.
And when we do that, we X ourselves out.
We do it every time.
We do it all the time. We X ourselves out. And that's what they want us to do.
But that's what I'm saying.
So it's like, don't throw them out.
Yeah.
Let them walk off.
But we also, once again, we fuel that fire.
Right.
Because us as supporters, right, we'll turn around and once again, bro, you just said the terminology that you just used. You know what I mean? Uncle Tom's, fetching, step and fetch people. No other culture turns around. Like, bro, flip it around.
Yeah.
If Peter Schrager was Ryan Clark and Ryan Clark was Peter Schrager, I don't think nobody in the Caucasian community is getting that. Oh man, Peter Schrager let him just talk crazy. Yeah. We talk like that. I've never heard no other race turn around and put that kind of energy in it, because now we look back and be like, I can't be no punk.
Right.
I can't look like no sucker and no sellout. So then we turn around and we start to stand on business. We don't think nobody else stand on business. No, we leaving businesses. We getting put out of businesses because we standing on business. We got to become, and I agree with you, you made a great point. You know what I mean? We got to become more tactful because we have it inside of us. But we choose to let rage lead the charge.
We can really be the best at everything that we do.
Yes. Like what's the name? The terminology that we use. I think either, it was Fred Taylor. It was either Fred Taylor or Channing that made the statement about buck breaking.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you ever heard that terminology before. So buck breaking obviously is coming from a place more dealing more with slavery type of time. You know what I mean? You breaking the buck. You showing the other ones, this how you gonna get in line. I'm gonna make an example out of this person because he seems to be somebody who you're looking at it from a place or a position of strength.
Right.
So if I break this buck, you going to get in line, because if I break one of the strongest ones, you already ain't the strongest him, so I know your will ain't going to be able to take it.
Right.
I think that we have to do more from a tactful perspective, right? It's hard, bruh, to be in the black community and be able to go out there and do what you do, because he was in tears on the show. Yeah. When you see it, you'll see it. Because he loved his job.
Yeah.
He loved his job.
Right.
And then for it to be taken from him like that was the ultimate spirit break. It broke that man down to tears.
Yeah.
And that to me, I don't see that anywhere else. And I just think that we have to understand we can support without being fuel to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can have expectations of people going out there and representing our culture and community, but not hold their feet to the fire to the point where we lose our voices.
Right.
And that's what's happening. We're losing our voices in those spaces because the voices that are the loudest are the first ones that they're attacking.
Right.
And that's the difference. We got a Stephen A. Smith. We're going to keep him. You understand what I'm saying? We don't need too many people. Stephen A. Smith know what lanes to stay in. Mm-hmm. He knows how to maneuver those things, because what he does do is he makes sure that when he addresses everybody, he addresses everybody. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit different.
That's all you got to do.
You know what I mean? So that's my take on that, bro. You want to get into some questions, man?
Yeah, you can get into some questions. This part of the show is called Some Good Questions. Let's get to it.
I love it, man. Yo, man, without wasting any time, we'll get right into it, man. In your opinion, this thing with LeBron, this signing of LeBron, is it the biggest free agent surprise of this decade?
No. It's not a surprise. Of this decade? Nah.
Biggest free agent surprise for you? Who you think it is?
For any sport?
Yeah, no sport in particular.
In the last 10 years?
In the last decade, yes.
Tom Brady to the Bucks. That was in 2020. 2019, 2020. Never thought he was coming down there.
I think the benefit that Tom has, if you said Tom. Mm-hmm. I think the benefit that Tom has is they won a championship.
Yeah.
I think if that happens for LeBron, then it's a little more of an even. Right now, Tom could edge it because of that, in my opinion.
LeBron has did it on every team he signed to.
So that, to me, edges him.
Right.
But so did Tom.
Right.
So you understand what I'm saying? Anywhere he's played, he's won a Super Bowl.
Tom only went to two, but I'm two different teams. But you're right. But what I'm saying is, I'm not comparing those two. That's the thing. I think that it's not a comparison thing with me when I'm speaking on. And the biggest shock and surprise is because I didn't even think we was on his radar for Tom Brady.
I think the same thing with me.
Yeah.
I think this with the Sixers with LeBron though. I think it's a little bit more even than people think. A surprise, because Tom, like LeBron, could have went anywhere.
Right.
So I do think that there's a neck and neck element to that in that situation. I think right now, this one's fresher.
But
so that leads to the question.
I think the only reason why I said that was mine in my opinion is because of the simple fact of I just didn't expect it. I'm not shocked that he signed to the Sixers. Mm-hmm. I didn't think he was. I just thought he was going back to Cleveland because it's like this. Some players I don't want to sign there because they're going to say they got so much firepower. But then, like, when I'm watching other people break it down, they didn't say this was a super team until LeBron got there. They didn't say it was a super team when Jaylen Brown was there.
Right.
They still picked New York to come out the East.
Right.
They were still picking.
They were still heavy favorites. And it should have been.
Right.
As a champ.
And it's nothing. It's still not saying he changes now.
Nah.
But what I'm saying is the moment LeBron came, you heard what Derek Fisher said, right?
No.
He said you can't call it ring chasing when you bring the ring.
That's a great point.
When they went back, bro, and they broke it down. When he went to Miami, they had like 3, 4 seasons where they couldn't win.
Right.
They wasn't winning.
Right.
When he went back to Cleveland, it was like 3-4 seasons they didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he went to, or like, Miami couldn't get out of a certain round of playoffs, and it's just like the Sixers can't get out of the second round and things like that. So he comes and gets everybody over the edge. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Sure. Even with the Lakers, like he came and they didn't win. Then they won in the bubble. Like he come. Yeah. So Derek Fisher said he can't be ring. What KD did was ring chase.
That's fine.
That's how they look at it. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to see what's the difference. With Karl Malone, Gary Payton, all of them went to the Lakers with a shot to try to win a championship.
Right.
We already know he want to win a championship.
Well, you're gonna always have people. Once again, I think that's an era culture thing that people do. Once again, not to be funny. One's Caucasian, one is African American. Mm-hmm. The impact in the culture is different. I don't hear Tom Brady's culture of people talk about him the way that they talk about LeBron and our culture, even beyond the sport.
No, you're right.
We've watched him, like you just said, bro. We saw him in high school. We met Tom Brady, not to be funny, when LeBron came into the league, he came in as King James. The chosen one. When Tom Brady came, we wouldn't have discovered him without an injury.
Yeah.
So when people say it, I go, yeah, I know what you're saying. Now, the fairness, okay, he turned into what he turned into. This other guy, we've been watching his story.
Oh, yeah. No, he got the greatest sports story at all.
So that's the thing.
But that still didn't surprise me of him signing to the Sixers.
I think for me,
it didn't surprise me.
It was for me. Tom wasn't for me. But then again, maybe because my feelings for the players are different.
The same way my feelings is for the Bucks. I'm a Bucks fan.
Right. So there you go. Very good.
That's all. What I'm saying is, it's just, bro. We knew we needed a quarterback. We didn't think we was going to get the quarter. Even on the 10-part series, you know what I mean? When they speak on it, it was like, yo, it's a real chance, bitch. We can get Tom Brady. We didn't never expect this.
And then it's the teams too. Like we're in this area, right? We are where we are,
right?
You know what I'm saying? We in the Northeast. It's a little bit different. Different kind of situation, and we looked up and we saw, a blue chip guy who decided to come and be with us, and I think that for us, clearly,
Philly was his second choice when he went to LA.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't feel as shocked. You know what I mean?
I was. I think it's been, to me. You saying no to me? Yes, I think it was the biggest surprise of the decade. One word only. What was your immediate reaction when you heard LeBron sign with the Sixers? One word.
Nice.
Yeah, you texted too. Was that? Did you text it on?
I text. It's done. I'm the first one to text. It's done. LeBron to Philly.
It's funny because when you texted, I already was reading it. I just didn't send it. Mm-hmm. So when you did it, I was laughing. I was like,
I was in the barber chair.
I be trying to before I send stuff, like fact check, verify. Like
it was on the TV.
Right. So you seen it, right? And I'm reading the journal or whatever. But you said nice. Mine was word. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
That's a big deal because, like I said, for not only the team but the economy, the culture of the sport, wherever this guy goes, he brings attention that's different. So, mine was word. You said yours was nice. In your opinion, did Ryan Clark's authenticity help his career or did it hurt it?
Helped it. Because now, where these networks are not understanding, as these people got a voice. And all people care about is marketing. He already got the deal with the pivot. He got so much more to say now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think
Ryan Clark can go team up with Cam and Mason if he wanted to.
Make a whole nother situation or whatever. I don't think it hurt it. I think he's the same Ryan Clark we've always known him to be.
RC, baby.
So when you ask about career, the career that we knew about before this was because he had been 12 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't know how long a person's been doing something until, unfortunately, they're not doing it. And I think that it didn't hurt it. unfortunately, like he said on the show, certain chapters come to conclusions in different ways, right? He ain't done writing the book. It's just the end of that chapter. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it hurt anything. I think, if anything, if he could sleep at night, knowing that he was who he wanted to be when he had the opportunity to be that, and his voice wasn't muffled, it wasn't smothered, then I don't think it hurt anything with his career. It definitely didn't hurt anything as far as the legacy of who he is as a man.
Nah.
So I definitely don't think that. How much should a sports analyst outspoken opinions affect their job security?
I don't think it should. If it's done classy. I don't think it should. I think RC more so came from how he, when it went to commercial, how him and the guy got into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they like, he got to go.
Yeah. I don't think that it should affect his job security, but I also think that the major players who cut the checks and do all those things,
right,
they always have that leverage.
Right, they do. That's what I'm saying.
Like, we don't have that kind of ownership over things. So when we get into these arenas with these people that own these businesses, we got to play by their rules, or they stop letting us play. So I don't think that it should. I agree with you. Right. Unfortunately, because they own those things, I think it does. And until we start to, create some ownership of certain situations, I think this will always be something that looms over top of our head. Last question, and we'll get out of there. Do you think that any other race puts the same level of pressure and standards on their analysts as we do with our entertainers? We kind of talked about it in the show, but we addressed it differently.
They very well could, but because we're not of that culture, we could be not paying attention to it. We may not necessarily hear what they're saying because they can be talking about it amongst each other. Again, we do everything loud. So just because we do it loud doesn't mean they don't do it quiet. So they could very much be the same way.
That's great, man. That was dope.
It's just the fact that we do everything loud. That'll never change in me. I'm not knocking you. That's you. That's who you is.
No.
But again, they understand. They know how they do it. It doesn't mean they're a sellout. And they don't allow a person's opinion to dictate their thoughts and their feelings. You know what I mean?
But is the goalpost set at a different position than it is for them than it is for us?
Not necessarily, because we all set our own goalposts. We'll believe it because of slavery and because of America.
That's going.
And it's some things that's actually there. But the thing is, we show our hands too much. Sometimes we cocky. We got to show you that we finessing you. We got to show you I'm a step ahead of you and doing all this type of stuff. You see it a lot of times, man, even in the movies. When you sit back, you ever watch a movie, a mob movie, or even shows like Raising Kanan, when you see the scenes between the Italians from Staten Island, from Manhattan, and the Italians from Queens, and they'll sit there and they have a conversation, and they're having a real conversation, but the whole time they're telling you, go fuck yourself. But they don't really raise their voice too much, and then most of the time when they got the loud ones end up getting what? Popped.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're the culture that, man, you heard what the fuck I said, man.
Yeah.
Like we that.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to be.
Yeah.
But that's where we come from. We know we is.
I ain't mad at you, and I'm gonna say my piece in you. You can close it out. I'm not mad at a person who wanting to stand on business. Just
me neither.
Yeah, but if you want to stand on business, make the business first. Like you said, what the brother said about it ain't ring chasing if you bring the ring. My thing is it ain't standing on business unless you make the business. Mm-hmm. Make the business. And in that way, you can control your voice and what you want to say the way you want to say it. And that's it for me on that. You can take us out of there, bro.
That was another episode of Good Questions brought to you by the Porch Podcast right here. Please stay tuned. This is episode 244. And before we sign out, we'd be remiss if we don't say this. How did you feel about the last episode of The Shy?
And there's a cycle. Told you I was going to end. They can't end them shows no other way, man. Show's going to end as a cycle, bro. Literally. The young boy, Emmett's son, for those who ain't seen it, spoiler alert, you might want to cut it off here or go watch it. Riding bicycles in the middle of the street. He made you think about young Jake. It made you think about young
Kev, Papa, and Jake. Go ahead. Yeah.
Kev, Papa, and Jake. That's what it did. I don't ever anticipate these shows ever ending anywhere other than a cycle. I just think that what we do, and it's a great point that you made it, like you said before we get out of here. It's one of those things, bro. We invest in the character because the storylines don't change.
Nah,
you know what I mean. Like, and I hate to say it, but like the people who write for our culture know our people. They know our culture, so they write it. Like my thing is do I think it was written good? Yes, I was invested. I'm not gonna say I wasn't.
Yeah,
invested.
That's all I really care.
I definitely was invested. It ended the way I thought it would end.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, very, very, very.
Yeah. I just wanted to speak on it because of the fact we spoke on so many episodes of that show on this show.
Right.
So to know that was the series finale, not season, series finale.
Right.
You know what I mean? Great show, great work. One of the longest lasting shows in our culture. 8 seasons. Let's clap it up for that. Good cast. Think it was excellent how it went, how it went. Shout out to all the little cameo scenes that they took from black movies. Some people called them, some people didn't. You know what I mean? But it was good. That's all. I just was curious.
It was good. It was definitely, like I said, but I think at this point I was invested like everybody else into the characters. I didn't feel like it was a waste of time. I wouldn't have changed anything. Mm-hmm. I'm comfortable with it going off too. I think it had its run. Mm-hmm. I think it, you got some people that was making statements like, "Oh, it's over with. It's cool. You don't need 10 and 11 seasons the same. Like they not, Kev came home. The mom came back.
Just for the wedding.
Dre was there. You know what I mean? Everybody who was alive was able to come back through. They came back.
Brat was there.
Brat was there. Obviously, that's current boo. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
So, Emmett made a full circle change. Became the man that he, we saw him go through the Playboy joint with all the baby moms and all that kind of stuff, and saw him turn into a dad. What he did with his son, dope show. Am I gonna miss it? I miss it. Not to be funny, I miss it immediately after the show went off. Only because, like I said, I had invested into the characters of the show, and but to the writers, phenomenal job. To the actors, phenomenal job. Best wishes on whatever they do in the future. But I think that it was fitting and it was a good series.
This has been episode 244. You can hear this episode on all your favorite podcast streaming sites like iHeartRadio, Audible, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can hear it. And Pete, tell them where they can see us at.
See us each and every week right on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast.
Yeah.
Please remember, if you had not done so already, hit that like button, that leave comments, hit the bell so you can be notified when any of our content drops. Share the content. Tell a friend about your favorite podcast, The Porch Podcast, right here on YouTube, man. Drops every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Look forward to the next one. As we say each and every week, we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. Episode number 244, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Be safe and be blessed, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Who on the porch? Let's go.